So like I was saying in the video, had to trim the frame just a little bit like we thought. Even though these were designed for 67 to 72 series trucks, I guess they just do not fit. So just a little bit of trimming. No space. Don't worry about that. Same with the passengers or the driver's side. I had to trim a lot more out, but enough clearance. I was going to cut it even here, but I was going to see if I could reuse those to hold the brake lines back in, but I'm going to have to figure something out there. But both driver and passenger side headers are in. And then as I was saying, in the bracket, honestly, I might just bend it this way and it'll line up through here. And then I'm going to torch the rivets off of here and move it back about yay far to get this lined up here as well. I mean, I could just drill a hole through right there, but I don't really want to do that. Then for the bracket is going to be probably a little too short. So what I'll do is on the Z bracket itself, I'll just cut this bracket and extend it, and it should work just fine. And then we also might take the cutter and trim off a few inches off of the back side of this. And then our clutch will be done. Power steering's done. I guess when I get back in a couple weeks, we'll put the front clip on, get the radiator mounted, get the cooling fan mounted, get the condenser mounted. I need to get a drill bit to drill a hole in the thermostat, or not thermostats, in the water pump to put a thermostat to hook up to a relay to the fans, so the fans kick on automatically. Or I might just rig a switch. Honestly, I think that might be the easiest thing, is just flip a switch and turn the fans on instead of relying on the heat to automatically turn them on. We ran it for about an hour. Forgot to put this hose clamp on. Yeah, that was fun. You know, steam coming out. I'm just glad it didn't blow off. But then we fired it back up, let it run. The only other system we really got to think about is fuel line. I'm going to try to make some hard line, put a little rubber, and have some hard line come through and up like the old school. Just get rid of as much of the rubber line as possible. Less likely to leak from the rubber if I'm not using too much of it. And then I got to figure out what I'm going to do for alternator wiring. I should have kept the harness, but same time I wasn't really thinking about it. But I know there's companies out there that make one, and just I don't know if I want to spend more money or if I want to just go to the junkyard, cut off the plugs that I need and make my own. Probably end up just making my own. And then, like I said, the AC is going to be for a minute because we have to get a relocation bracket to move the pump upwards. And then I'll figure that system out later. I'll probably just bolt the box in, seal the cab up, because that part will be pretty much done. I just have to hook lines up to the pump, a relay, power, just to really figure that out. But I mean, get to it when we get to it on that. Yeah, I'm hoping when I get back in the next couple weeks from when I get back, we'll be just driving it up and down the road, I mean, it is street legal. It's tagged, insured. But we have an issue with the transfer case. So I got a bearing kit, seal kit, and shim kit for that. Put the new bearings in. Might order, if we're that far apart on the transfer case, I might just go ahead and see if I can't get the money together to get the new sleeve and whatever other parts that are wore in it ordered, and then seal the transfer case back up. And then it would be just want to do like a tune-up on it, plugs, wires, oil change. We need to go get another gallon bucket of gear oil for the transfer case. And then some wiring loom plastic, because I want to loom all this into one bunch, tuck it back into the factory location so it doesn't look so janky. That's the other thing. I need to get the plug to hook the oil pressure line to and get a T so I can run it to the factory location and to the aftermarket gauges that I have in there. Yeah, she's getting there. I'm gonna probably pressure wash all the oil and crud off of these axles, and then I gotta figure out pipe wise on how I'm gonna do the exhaust, if not band clamps or something like that. Pretty happy. Like I said, we ran it for about an hour, got it up to temp. Just slowly getting there. I mean, not slow, we're moving pretty quick, but at the same time slow. Waiting on parts to come in. I'm just super happy with this Dirty Dingo motor mount and engine cross member. Like I said, after talking to a representative from the actual business, they were very helpful on sending out instructions and explaining how things go together. I mean, you could figure it out pretty easily by just putting it together like a puzzle, but at the same time, it's always nice to have, reinsurance on how it's supposed to be and not just guessing, because I did mount some things backwards and vice versa. And but very helpful company. Dad thought they were Australian because Dirty Dingo, but no, it's an American company out of Arizona. Very helpful guys. And then the rest of the stuff that we got just came from Jegs. We don't like to use Summit anymore. They kind of irritated us with the lift kit issue when we ordered a 4-inch lift for this truck, and they only send us 4-inch front and like a 2-inch rear, and saying, oh, it's a self-leveling. No, it is not. But yeah, I'm definitely going to stay away from Summit for now on, unless they have something on sale. But I'm going to stick with Jegs and Texas Speed, other companies. Might look into a few new ones, because I've never heard of Dirty Dingo, but they turned out fairly well for this engine cradle. Fits 67 to 72 supposedly, but I don't know if 72 or 71 and 72, I believe they do switch motor mounts, the way they're mounted in the truck, versus they actually do the clamshell style, I believe, and get away from the old style like these ones, 3-point with the 1 bolt through the center. But yeah, we got the exhaust in, so the motor is completely sealed as of this moment. I need to get some vacuum line to go to the back port on the head on this side to go to the front for positive crank. I'm using the front port for catch can, and then the back of the carb is the brake boost. I think that's all the vacuum ports we're going to need, and then go from there. All right, thanks for watching.